approve the minutes, Mike. Only makes a motion that we approve the July 22nd meeting minutes. I second it. All in favor?
Aye.
The question on these bills. Fine. I got a question on the bills. Elite. $4,331.37. Elite.
Just adding them all together.
Yeah.
The state.
So the annual service was actually done on December 27th of last year. That's when I just got the email the other day. The brush truck, that's air conditioning. I don't think that's the hearts on air conditioning, that's just the labor.
Labor.
And then the tanker was the same way. And then, remember a few weeks ago, they had the dip injector had to be replaced. That's on the Kenworth.
Can we not do some of this stuff ourselves? Why not?
Not even the AC?
Because in order to work on a fire truck for insurance liability reasons, you gotta be certified. If you're not certified to do stuff on a fire truck with fire equipment, then they won't.
Is Elite certified?
Yes, Jeremy and his techs have been their class to do so.
Do we have paperwork on that?
I can get paperwork from him, it's not an issue.
Okay, please do. Thank you. All right. Make a motion to approve the bills August 12th.
Originally, I seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Dave says we need a new water tester. What is that about?
Troy was supposed to be here to let you guys know how all about that, because Dave's the one that talked to Troy. But it's quite a bit of money. But Dave says we need a water tester.
For what?
Test the water.
Test the water down there.
This is a machine, you gotta drop the water testers in, and it tests it, it gives them the readings.
A year or so ago.
Yeah.
I said,
I don't
Do you know what they're testing for?
No. I don't know how long it's been since they had it been tested or anything.
I don't think he gave me questions, so how long. Maybe. Okay. What was another one cost? Yeah, we need to.
They said that they're expensive. We'll check into that.
This one, we need to talk to Dave. and
Yeah.
See.
Yeah, best thing to do is talk to Dave
Yeah.
yourself and let him tell you what kind of tester he needs and stuff. I know that tester's pretty old.
Okay. Thanks, Ryan. We have 4 pool adjustments totaling $96.63. I make a motion that we approve that.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We got a one-time adjustment for Dina Moore, $96.27. Make a motion that we approve that.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Water leak going out of town. I see 2 couples here. You're up.
We're just kind of want to know what the town stands with this water leak.
So the last out-of-town leak that we helped fix, the folks that were on the line paid for the entire line, all the labor, everything. We set a new meter on town property, and they paid for everything that was past that. And we just did that in the last year.
Okay.
It was the win-win that we could agree on. I've never seen paperwork on anything that's outside of town. Everybody talks about a handshake from
Doesn't
way back
exist.
when.
So here's where we're at, you know, ours is going out past the Dollar General. When the Dollar General was put in, I've been on this line for right around 25 years. When Dollar General was put in, the town decided to move our main from out by the highway back to the TARP line. Nobody ever talked about back any of that to us. It was just something that the town did, and I think it had something to do with Dollar General. There was like a little handshakes may have taken place.
Probably.
And then we had that big leak. How long ago was that? Maybe 7, 8 years ago, where the line busted underneath of Dollar General's parking lot.
Okay. I
And
remember that.
we had to do this again, and when we came in, it wasn't below the frost line. It was about 30 inches going through a sleeve underneath their driveway. The town at that point agreed to fix it, and at this point, we still feel as where our meter was at when I got here, that's still our point of where we fix it from that point. And the town's still responsible from the park plan out past Dollar General
To where the old meter was.
to where the old meter was at, because that pit is still there.
But technically, we're talking the line that's in the town, within the town limits.
Yes,
That
yeah.
should be our
And-
responsibility.
And here's the best part, so I went down when I found out where the leak was at, and found the leak and dug it up with my hands.
Dug the leak up with your hands?
Yes,
It was
I went down, I saw the
It
water
was-
going out of the ground, which is nothing sand, I took my hands and dug it up and put the tape measure stuff on top of the line, it's 15 inches. That's including the water, to the top of our water lines. And when that culvert pipe is going in over there, I don't understand how they didn't hit it, but if that water line was to get fixed there, you'd probably need a triaxle or a single axle load of dirt to fill in that culvert pipe to get our water line back underneath the frost line.
So I saw a picture of a tape measure on
That was
top of
mine.
the water meter.
That was it.
The water meter, though, if you look at the water meters in town, that's the top of the
That's
meter
not
reading.
my tape measure on top of the water line.
But okay, so I thought that was in a meter base.
No, that's down inside of that, where that culvert pipe's going underneath the road.
So, okay, I misunderstood that one. Yeah, 30, at least 30 inches, 36 is
I
best.
thought it was 36.
Yeah.
I thought that's frost line.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's real close to the culvert, converting cells.
So this is over by the truck plant or
It's over by the fire station, close to the dollar store.
on the truck side or the fire station side?
Truck side.
Yeah, the first one, that's right.
And that's the culvert where it's running underneath the road on 7th Street.
And the water line doesn't go through the culvert, right?
No.
Okay. So it goes underneath the highway
Yeah,
to go over there.
7th Street. And then it goes on out past the dollar store, then it crosses the highway.
Well, it goes up to our pit first. It goes up about 50, 60 yards, and there's a blue pipe sticking in the ground, or a post, that's our pit. And then it goes underneath the 67, and it goes up Jones Road, goes up there, and then goes across the Matt's driveway, and then it goes all the way up, hits their meter pit, and then it goes up a little bit further, comes back across the road, goes over to Boots over there, and then it goes on down. It's all over. I can walk you through it if anybody really wants to go.
I need to do that because I don't understand how this fits together.
I don't know how
Why they did what they did or where it's at.
It's been there for so long that there's nothing, there's no, when I first bought this property, I had a partial map, and it didn't even show my property. I think it started at McDonald's, and I saw that part of it, and then and then the rest of it I've just found over the years from fixing leaks.
Leaks or something.
Yeah, I mean, I fixed 3 September last year, but this one here, you know, this is when the one underneath the Dollar General, I I don't know what happened back when Dollar General was put in, but there was some sort of agreement that, or they never talked to us about moving our main.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, our main was back 150 yards, whatever it is, back towards the park plant. And when that first leak happened underneath Dollar General, they would flag it, and there's 400 flags out there, and I'm not going.
Gas lines.
Yeah, everything, I'm not getting in. I can go out on the road and I can dig all that, but when all that's up through there, I'm just like, I feel that's the town's responsibility to.
Are there not gas lines out there along Smith Road?
Well, yeah, but not, when, you should have seen the flags underneath the Dollar General's culvert pipe.
Yeah,
When they,
like
that sleeve and went underneath there, it was all underneath there, and, I think they brought in, what's the place out of Ellisville,
Fireman training?
yeah, they came in and they dug it all out, and that's what they do, they're professionals.
Yeah, they are
I
licensed
agree.
water and sewer people.
I fix water line, but I don't consider myself a professional, and I don't want to dig down into anything like that. You're responsible for hitting the gas line, fiber optics, any of that.
Yeah.
And, yeah, exactly.
But it's also not our responsibility if the meter, the main was moved
Yeah.
from our line, so we're.
But where's it leaking then? It's leaking out on Smith Road, which is.
No, it's leaking right in between Dollar General and our main, there's a culvert pipe. It comes out right into the parking lot of the old fire station right there.
I thought it was leaking out on Smith Road.
That's what
Yeah. I don't know.
Again, I'm not being informed correctly.
So if you walk down if you start walking from the park plant to 67, on the right-hand side of the road, there's a culvert pipe that goes underneath, you can look right down in there, and the water's coming out, and if you take your hand, you can dig around and you can feel the water line.
So is it past the parking lot of Dollar General then?
No, it's this,
Just before you get to it?
Four.
Yeah, so that pipe, there's the drive, there's two drives, first one goes down to the old fire station there.
Yeah.
Okay, you go past that, there's a pipe comes out, and that little grassy hole right there, you can see the water coming out of that pipe right there. That's where it's coming out at. And the leak is right there on the other side of the road.
Before I put my foot in my mouth, why don't we fix it? I was always under the impression it was on the other side of the highway.
No, it's in between.
Gonna do it, but
Running out on the other side.
town property, we're responsible for that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, we are.
And we are.
Is it on town property?
Yes. Where's town limits in? Out by Dollar General, on the other side?
It's up all down in town, yeah.
It's
So,
inside town.
so it needs to be deeper. So when they moved it, they didn't bury it as deep, is that what you're saying then?
It was never moved, the line was never moved, just the main was moved from out by the highway back towards the park plant.
You're talking about the meter, not the main, but the meter itself.
Yes, the meter itself, yeah. But when that culvert pipe, I have no idea when the culvert pipe was put in, but they missed that line, but this goes back, nobody knows where that line was coming from, where it's at. So when they put that culvert pipe in, they missed that water line. I mean, we can go out there right now, stick our hands down, I can dig it out with my hands.
It's right next to it.
Oh, it's right on, that tape measure is mine on top of the water line.
Okay.
But I don't, at this point, how do you get below the cross line with a culvert pipe 2 feet away from it? You fill that whole thing in, you have to move the culvert pipe.
And the culvert pipe, is it running on the highway?
That's what I was thinking. That's kind of how I feel about it. Like, so you reroute the water line?
I don't know. It's always been, as long as I know, that meter's been right there where it's at. And I don't know. And you just fix the water. Fix the water lines.
Well, that was in
September.
September. I fixed 3 of them out there.
That's when we got the meter up and found so we could shut it off and
Yeah.
fix the leaks.
Back by the power plant.
Yeah.
That's when, because it was leaking there also.
Yeah.
Well, that was 4 leaks last in September, because we fixed it there and 3 out there.
Because once we got the meter up, so we could put a new shut off valve on it, we found a leak on that other side of the meter, and we went ahead and fixed it, so we right
We have
there.
it out, right?
Had it right there, cause he was out there trying to fix them 3 leaks he had out there and stuff, so. That's up to you guys. You guys, it's your call to do what you wanna do.
I don't know why they would move the
I
meter.
don't know why either. You?
In town limits,
Yeah.
Yeah, the week is, yes.
be our responsibility.
Do you know why they moved the meter out here?
No, it does.
I remember.
We did this last time, when we first know when they moved it, it had something to do with Dollar General. I don't know what it had to do with it, but when Dollar General came in, that's when, and I don't know if Dollar General's meter's up there by hours, and it made it that much easier to look at them, I don't know. I don't know why it was ever moved, because we were never, it's always been, it's your responsibility, but we're gonna move your meter around where we want to, and they never discussed that with us.
It's not a great
When was
area.
Dollar General put it, 15 years ago?
I wasn't here.
Yeah, 15 years ago, that's what happened, and then that's when we got into this, when that big leak was, and it went underneath their driveway, underneath their parking lot, and it wasn't even below the frost line. So whoever, they cut it, put a sleeve underneath the parking lot, and then it froze and busted, and then the town was like, it's your guys' responsibility. It's like, we didn't move the meter pit. We didn't move the meter.
Right.
We didn't put it above frost line. We don't know who did it, but it was one of those deals where we never lost our water. They did it during the day when we were home, and we came home one day, nobody knew anything, and the next thing you know, there's water running all the way down to the liquor store, down into Casey's parking lot, so. It was 17, okay, it was 17 when that happened.
I remember talking about it.
Mike, you're saying,
I just.
we took the sleep,
Yeah, it's almost in my desk.
Nobody knows.
I thought you said iron finger.
Oh, they came and fixed it.
Fixed it.
Yes, yeah.
Fixed it, so those are the ones that put the sleep through there.
No, there was a sleeve, whoever, when Dollar General came in, I don't know who did it then. Brian Faneuil came in and fixed that leak in 17, when it froze and busted. That's when we were told that it was above the frost line.
There was something to do with the sleeve, I remember the whole deal. There was something wrong with the sleeve that could be the line through or something, so line of opinion come in and shoved the new one under and routed around the sleeve that they had originally put in, because they couldn't get the pipe out of it. And the town paid for that. The town had to do it, had by paying to do it.
Because that was Mitch, Brian, James. That was who was on board at that time.
I remember talking about it,
Yeah.
but I didn't know what they did to, wasn't there for the work. I was sitting out in the audience listening to it.
Can you guys go
I
back and
remember
look at
National, it
records?
was up there by the highway.
There's still a pit out there.
Minutes.
Minutes, yeah.
Yeah, but this
That
now,
was
Touch
fine.
that.
It won't put on there, but.
yeah. So mine's up there about, I don't know, 50, 75 yards up there on the right side of the highway, but it used to come out of that pit right on the.
I was never with it, but you're correct.
So it's the plan. He goes up 7th Street, cuts across at the fire station,
And then goes across the top.
and goes across the highway.
Yeah.
So then the leaks, there were, their names are there from Marvin Taylor and his daughter.
Right. They paid for that.
And,
Marvin Taylor and his daughter's line runs from the liquor store across the 10 o'clock line and then out through.
and that's all it supplies, is just those
It's
two
just
properties.
slots those two. And then the rest of them run up the highway, Michael's pit, and then across the highway, and then up Smith Road and out. And then somewhere down there it cuts off and goes across,
We was trying to get across.
quarters, you're still the house on the highway. It cuts right through that field down there.
Oh, so one of the houses on the highway, one of the houses on the highway by the cemetery has water.
Yeah, crest over the cemetery hill, right down the hill, the brick house on the left. That line runs across quarters field to the house. Michael's line runs up 67 on the east side, about 50 or 60 yards from where the old meter pit was.
Through the
Then it
field.
cuts off there across the field to Michael's house.
Out the road. That the one that goes to Lincoln Road?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it goes across the cornfield or bean field behind Dollar General, about 300, 400 yards across
Right.
the field to my house.
And then you have the first house on Lincoln then?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you were out on Smith Road.
No. Everybody else's house, well, 3 of them on Smith, and then you've got Boots on 67 there.
So your house it goes under,
Yeah.
so it cuts across to your house and then under the highway and breaks off all of our houses?
Because then it turns, goes up.
Goes to the cemetery?
Yeah, because it then goes to Matt's house first, then McDonald's, and then it goes underneath the you guys, and then it goes on down to, Meadows down there, in the corner, yeah.
Okay. Is this, before the big league, before they moved it, was the water pressure always an issue, or
I think so.
never has it been to the point where it's non-existent? Because we get that quite often.
I can never say that because we're the first ones on the line, and we've always had good pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know what you guys are dealing with down there. And I know Mike always complained that he never had water pressure
Okay.
when he ordered.
Coleman?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because we said something and nobody knew anything. The water pressure's always been great. And, I mean, there's points where it's like, it is non-existent. And I don't know on our end what to do if that's from the league or if it's just, everybody's using water on the line and we're like the last to get it or whatever.
Are you with the influence then?
They're out here on the.
I'm not.
You know,
Where do you live at?
It would be full.
so he lives in Stanville house in this place,
I think I'm number 4.
Good for you.
Terry Kitchen.
Thank you.
So you're like, you have cross with the field, straight across over to your house.
Not a very good drawer, Mike, but water plant, your master meter currently, dollar store, the old master meter was here. Go up 50, 60 yards and it's Michael's meter pit. This Michael's line runs out of the pit back across the field. Then it runs under 67, over here to Smith, up over the Graveyard Hill to the corner. And then somewhere there it cuts off and goes over to McDonald's.
Top of the hill.
And then it cuts off, it goes back across Smith, back across the field to the house on the hill. And Marvin's, this is a liquor store, his pit's at Mace Masters here, and it goes across the 10 o'clock line to Marvin Taylor's place.
So we have 2 lines that run across the highway then?
You have a line that comes across the highway from the fire station to liquor store, and then from the liquor store, it cuts down to, in front of Casey's, there's a flush hydrant in front of Casey's. And that's where it ends.
And all that's private line, right?
Yeah. Well, from the master meter here, this way is private, and from the master meter here, well, what they're saying is this old master meter,
Yeah.
from here out used to be all private, and then somebody moved the master meter back to here.
And it also goes to the cemetery.
That's the whole purpose of all this is the cemetery.
Yeah.
That's what started it all, was to serve the cemetery.
To get
Back in 1964.
To get water to the citizens.
In 94?
1964.
64.
Yes, sir.
Tim has a lot of history on it.
Wow.
You're just knowledge.
It's really, really messed up on how it was all that.
Can I ask one more thing? Is sanitation, I mean, is that an issue at all with leaks? Is sanitation? Is the water safe?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would think unless it's drawn, if there's anything that drawn dirt in, then there could be questions, but,
So, normally you have a leak,
Yeah.
there's an issue with
drawn, you're seeing anything in your faucet screens or anything like that?
I've seen brown water before. I mean, you let it run and let it clear out. I mean, I pour it into a dark jug every day, and all, all my family has like those metal tin.
Yeah,
huge-
water bottles.
Yeah, I mean, we're chugging it all day, so.
they have been, babies, so that's what, my grandchildren.
Yeah.
So another concern is how old is the plumbing in the house? So if there's galvanized pipe in there, rust did build up in those.
Okay.
If things get shut off off of one, it'll loosen things up and it can be ugly.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean you have old pipes, it's just something to look at. If you have galvanized pipes, then
Well,
they're considering it for lead.
I was just wondering about the leak.
Yeah, the lake's the main thing. I'm, for my family.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't either.
I don't want to tell
I thought it
you
was out
it's
on
safe,
Smith
because
Road.
I don't know for sure. I haven't seen it. If it's a big gaping hole and it's just gushing mud in there,
It's only a 2-inch line, Mike.
it's a 2-inch line.
A little over 2 inches.
Okay. And if you have at least one leak, then it's somewhere between the Tart plant and the Dollar General, somewhere in there, right?
I know
Well,
exactly what's there.
Michael said you found it, right?
Yes.
Michael found it.
And that was
Ronnie
where the tape
found it.
measure picture was out.
Yes.
And it's right by the culvert.
Yes, it's about 2 feet towards the highway, 2-3 feet towards the highway for that pipe going through the culvert pipe going underneath the road.
Okay. If it's light enough when we leave tonight, we can
No,
get
no,
outside,
no, no, no.
I'll run with you. So I can see a better visual and understand it a little better. I mean, I kind of have a better idea now, but it's still.
I'll make a suggestion.
Sure.
We know it's only 14.5 inches deep because of the picture. And Mike said that the water was coming out the split on the side of the pipe.
Yes.
So why don't we have the town guys patch that tomorrow
Yeah.
and at least get the water loss stopped?
Right.
And then you guys can figure out what you want to do. Are you going to move the meter back out there to the town line? If the pit and everything's already there, it shouldn't be a big issue.
Right.
I mean, you wouldn't have to take the one out back into our way plant. You gotta leave that.
Shut it off.
I'd be like a double check, I guess.
Leave it off, yeah.
And then-
Go through that.
Yeah.
That as far as the last water line you did, they got easements and everything. The way it probably should have been done, it was recorded, the easements was recorded and everything. And I bet not one of you guys have got anything in your deeds about the water
Easements.
being a,
We have the easement to the whole field.
I got all the original recording on it.
hey, really?
Yes, sir.
Is there easements?
Yes, sir. I have copies of that. It's been recorded at the courthouse.
I lost that bit.
How do we get it? Me too. Well, I guess two more.
Back then, this handshake.
Not a handshake, 1964. My grandma kept everything.
So, I'd be interested in reading that, see what it tells us, and go from there.
So there's easements for everyone's property for these water lines?
Not the original recording, that the last one that was done, we went to Austin's house in 1981. That was the last one that was added to the line. The original line started out there to go to the cemetery, 1964 is when my great-grandfather made a deal with the town, and that was originally recorded as well.
First has an easement, because we bought the property off Marley, which is right.
It was the Wampler family, the Marley family, and the Smith family.
Yeah.
And all their heirs are allowed to get on the private line. That's all recorded as well.
Okay.
Who would have thought something?
Best thing you need to do is get him, bring a copy of that in
Yeah.
and look at it and discuss it at the next meeting or the meeting after and see what it all says in or whatever.
We should get it patched to save the water.
Right.
And not let it run.
Can we get that
Now.
patched tomorrow, Ronnie?
I don't know what you guys are doing.
Oh, okay.
Sure. We can't patch it till we get 811 call.
I thought it said it already had it dug up. If it's already visible,
Yeah,
like,
the street there around, the one sleep.
I put the bucket down here, I'll tell you that.
I would think you'd have to put
I'll
it
show
up.
you.
Because you got, well, if we're gonna fix it, we might as well get it down below the cost.
Then you're talking about replacing the line from there all the way to the meter, and from there all the way out to the other.
Yeah, how far is it? Only 15 inches down? How?
So they got a new line underneath the Dollar General store, right?
I assume they.
I am to put one in when Jamie was on board.
So that line underneath,
They had a pusher come in and shove it.
so that line's pretty new then.
So 17. Yeah, when that would have been, yeah. So you have to find out.
Well, what I'm thinking is, they got a new line underneath the drive Well, that's gonna be expensive if you have to push it on.
Yeah, to go under the parking lot.
Is find that line there and run a whole new line back to the
Back to the TARP plant.
top north plant. So that line that's going through there now is an old 2 and 7/4 inch pipe. It'll be like the never found fitting for it.
No, it's
If you
not.
want to do that, you might as well go and dig it and put a whole new line in. And to
Standard 2 inch.
the entrance to the dollar store, hook back into that hose there.
Let's do that.
We can take it all out, come to our house.
No. Then, if you guys decide to put that master meter back out there to it, we'll go on the outside of the drive and hook a new line to that other line and run it to that master meter where it was. And then it's still baby for day normal. That you need to do it all black and white and
Right.
get it
Oh,
all
yeah.
right.
Right, like we did down here.
Out here.
Yeah. Get it all documented, but stuff, that way we don't have this trouble anymore.
Right.
But yeah, like
Yeah.
you're saying, the leak,
The week does.
even if we.
Well, we'll go ahead and fix the leak tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll give you a couple of
We'll
those clamps.
we'll just have to take the trouble and stuff, because I ain't working the line down through there yet.
No, not until we get all the easements
And
and
you got those
everything.
butterflies.
Down water stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah,
got.
that's costing us more.
Do we have a motion to fix that?
Motion to fix it.
Oh, make a motion.
If we can find a pulse,
You made a motion, you made a motion to fix it.
I would make a motion that we fix
I'll
the
second
existing leak
it. All
right
in
now.
favor? Aye.
What is that address? That's there.
They do this.
Ronnie, Troy, patch that leak tomorrow,
Yeah.
Please,
please.
And that's the
Just
short term.
patch it, yeah, just something,
Yes,
make it
until
stop.
we can figure something
So we
out.
can figure
Yeah.
what we're gonna
we
do.
can have a meeting and
Figure out the
This will be
long
better
term.
than that.
Hold on.
Shut the water off until they need to use it, turn it back on, shut it off when they're done.
They'll watch it rain tomorrow.
putting the meter back
I'll
on
watch it
place
rain
and
tomorrow.
that meter's.
Anything can get
Yeah.
So the water loss,
Big water loss.
now, before, they always told us we had one exemption a year on water loss, because they used to divide it all up, split, but we always had an exemption. Or we could use it one time a year. So I don't know how much water's been pumping out of there this whole time, but I don't know.
We pumped 129,000 gallons Monday. That's unbelievably high.
Where'd it go?
And cold lead.
East side of that section.
100,000 gallons.
Where
It has to come back up somewhere.
if it was cleaning that, if we're losing that much water, we know they wouldn't have the water.
Sometimes it, I mean, it's like somebody shut the water off. I've checked a few times, like, did we miss a payment, because we have to come in town and pay it every time.
What it could be, that line been in there so long, it's just
in the middle of the yard.
crimped.
Well, no, because we usually have like water pressure, but then when you make a leak up there, then he's having that.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I had a plumber come out, test all my faucets. Certain times of the day, they're okay. He checked some, and there was like, it read zero pressure. So, it's like sometimes my water pressure is fine, and, you know, it doesn't bother us at all, but sometimes there is none.
Just wondering, we need to concentrate on his line, if that's a big leak that we don't know about. Whenever you have something that's.
Well, that'd be there.
Are we comparing all of our meters to the master? Is there, wouldn't we figure out where, if it's not even adding up to what the master's saying, then we know there's another leak out there.
That's the
So
reason, that's the reason they put them meters in, so you guys can find out if you have a leak out. That way it storms it down.
Right.
to find out about these things.
But I mean, what I'm saying is,
No lots under your, last year, no lots under your.
there's another one like that.
You ready to move on?
Yep,
It's in between what Brad
we're gonna get this figured out.
We're gonna get it figured
The
out.
meters are gonna be ready again on the 21st.
Meters are gonna be ready again on the
On the
21st.
21st.
Okay,
So we can go out there, while we're out there, we can read the master meters.
Go back.
And then compare it on the 21st and see what's going on there. Until then, we don't know.
And
Right.
what they need to do is go back and walk it again. Do that master
next week.
and split it 5 ways.
Or add 5 up and figure out the water loss there. Subtract those 5 from the.
I don't think our meter's being read. It says 0 usage. Let's get the minimum, so that here won't work, yeah.
So what's your, ours are about $75.
Yeah, ours is $75, but it'll say usage 0.
Amber.
I'm sorry.
Why'd you bring that up?
Sorry, on the truth.
So all you guys see that master meter, Troy, or not? We'll discuss that.
Thanks,
with
Ronnie.
The meter,
Yep,
with the water.
we're gonna get it figured
I
out.
was found out we had leaks, you know, because I didn't know about this one was in September. I mean, that one has cut, the ditch down the side of the road leaks for so long before I found out. But I don't know the reason I found out, so my brother was going out to his buddy's house and called me and said there's a water leak over there. So it had been leaking for months by the time we found out about it.
It has been read in the past, I'm not saying it's been
Right.
in the past forever. I just noticed this last month.
So that meter is all, is on you guys, that way you can say, you guys can play all those people.
Okay, guys, next on the agenda, Premier Gosport LLC.
Yep. Meters are sinking behind one of the buildings at the apartments.
Oh, Kingston, yeah, we went up and took care of it for the time. I talked to the manager, and they supposed to have somebody talking to you, the town board, about if we're gonna take care of it, that we read that meters, or they are responsible for it, on their property.
Well, nobody's got a hold of anybody at the town hall, have they?
No.
So I told her that day, I said, we're gonna fix that one meter because it was dangerous, and I didn't want
Right.
somebody to fall in and break a leg.
That's
So I told her we'd go ahead and fix it that day, said they needed to get with the town board and decide whose liability it is to fix all the meters in that area.
Is it on private property or on town property?
It's a private property.
I know we service to a certain point there.
That's all private property. When you go down Fifth Street into the apartment, everything on the right side is private property
Outside of town.
outside of town.
Okay.
Always to that dead end.
And getting back to the water leak, Michael, we're gonna get the leak patched tomorrow, and then we're gonna figure this out.
Okay.
And we'll get it squared away with you guys.
We'll just come back next month and
Yeah,
kind of talk about it again. Okay.
yep, yep.
Okay.
How many meters are they talking?
How many meters are out there? 5?
No, I'm talking about the Kingston.
Oh, how many meters over there, Ronnie? 3?
I wonder how many people they got out there. You got, we build them on.
Well,
I'm just talking about, excuse me, I'm just talking about the ones that are sinking, that's got a problem. You said you fixed one of them, that is.
The other one, it's in the middle of the yard, and it's only down maybe that much. I'd say Drake probably fixed it that day. I didn't go back out and check his work. That was only 2.
Okay, sewer? Troy? Sewer? Update?
Pretty good shape. We got to do transfer switch into the water plant. Don't know how we're gonna get inside the building.
what I heard.
Does it go inside? It doesn't go outside?
It's in the garage.
But does it go inside the building?
I kind of thought they mounted it outside.
It's supposed to go inside.
It's how we lay it down. It's supposed to weigh anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 pounds. So I don't know how we're gonna lay it down, get it in the door and stand it back up.
Will it fit through the doors?
In the football team.
Picture looked like it was huge.
Yeah, it is.
That would be extra trailer.
That's what the grade
Community crossings update?
At the last pre-construction meeting, they talked about some changes that they're gonna make.
To fill our time.
They talked about, maybe you guys talked about replacing that one block of water main. So, Third Street.
Yes.
Laura sent an email out saying that B&T didn't think they could do it within that time frame. So I reached out to Randy Morrell yesterday and finds a thing. So we've got two bids that will be coming in, and Mike mentioned them over today, and they said that they would measure up the distance and let us know what we needed so that they could get a third bid, and even give the name of somebody from over and look at it. So hopefully within, by the first of next week, we'll have 3 bids to submit to Lori. Since B&T doesn't like it.
They're supposed to start on that.
October 6th, I think, was
No.
the start date.
Is it October 6th, Wanda?
What is it?
October 6th or the 13th?
For the community crossings? Yes.
Yes, what?
October 6th was the conference.
October 6th.
Okay, October 6th is the concrete, and then, okay, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Fire department?
Yeah, I need, there's been a mandated fire chief class that I have to take for 40 hours a week. I need a letter, a signed letter from town council stating I'm fire chief so I can get registered.
When do you need that by?
As soon as I can get it, and the class won't be until February. But they're taking, we got it pre-registered and they'll let us know whether we get in or not. So it's for all the chiefs in Indiana, and they're only taking so many seats at a time.
And you're gonna get us the certification from Elite?
I'll get the jury.
Thank you. All right. I think that is fine. Old business, yard cleanup update.
Mr. Miller here.
Yes, right there.
Thank you for sitting.
Absolutely.
Since you're last on the list, I'll go ahead and integrate you into the discussion here.
Okay.
About this time every year, we try to contact people whose yards are overgrown and full of trash and send them notices to get it cleaned up, or else we start the fine process. The ordinance, let me explain to you just a little bit about how this works. We have an ordinance that allows me to send a 10-day letter and give people 10 days to clean up their property. If they don't within that 10 days, then we assess a $100 fine. Thereafter, we will go back in and check, and I have the list here to go ahead and do that. And if they've made no effort or it's not cleaned up, then I send them a second notice. And the fine for that's $150. If it is not cleaned up, then within the 30-day time period, then it starts at the rate of $500 a month insofar as a fine. So serious business. But insofar as where we are then, whenever they send that third notice, we also have the ability to go forward and use town personnel to clean up the property and attempt to go back after them by placing a mechanics lien against the property, or we could sue them on the fines and then attempt to collect on the fines and sell the property at sheriff's sale in order to collect our monies. The particular house that I sent out 15 of these letters, all right? I did get some calls from people saying, sorry, we overlooked the proper problems, we're going to get it taken care of, and we're going to go back in and double check those things. With regards to the house at 122 West North Street, that's been a source of frustration for me for a while. 3 weeks ago, 3 to 6 weeks ago, probably closer to 6, it was my understanding that the owner of the property, Mr. Kirby, might have been interested in quit claiming that property to the town so we could go ahead and clean it up and then attempt to sell it in order to recoup our expenses. I got no response from him about that whenever I contacted him. I did send him a letter this last go around with the other 15 letters, no response. So he'll get the second notice here, and I'm waiting. I've been waiting for a commitment from the town that if we go through this process, that we're going to attempt to use the manpower that we have available to clean up the properties and then go after the owners. It's a very complicated procedure in terms of going onto folks' properties. The ordinance allows us to do that. As a practical matter, I don't depend entirely on the ordinance, and I asked the judge of the Owen Circuit Court to grant me an order allowing the town to go onto the property and do this. And that's the way that we're going to be proceeding with regards to this property. I went down and viewed it myself, and I can understand the frustration. And part of the problem is that the last time we did do a substantial property and got backhoes and cleanup and dumpsters and everything, it cost the town $9,000. And quite honestly, as much as we would like to have $9,000 or $10,000 to do it, unfortunately, we have other priorities right now with regards to those monies. So we're just going to go ahead and do it the best we can. But at least as to that property there on West North Street, I will give it priority in terms of having the crews go in with the town boards, at least to get the trees out of there, and get it so it's not such an eyesore and a hell.
Can I comment?
Please.
I was here 19 months ago,
Right.
to be exact. And I was assured at that time that the process that you just talked about was going to be enacted and started and followed through and so on and so forth. Over the next few months, I contacted you, I think, 3 times. I talked to Millie, I talked to Mike, and I seemed to get the same thing about another 30 days. We're going to do something about it, so on and so forth. I'm sitting here 19 months later, and it sounds like you haven't done anything that you said you were going to do, based on you just haven't heard back. I'm very confused here. We have a house there that's burned out. It is an eyesore. It is a health hazard. And we don't know what's living in that house. We know for a while the car that was back there had a person living in it. And this is very frustrating. And I guess my biggest frustration is I feel like I've been lied to or misinformed. And Mr. English, I spoke to you, I think, 3 or 4 times.
I don't dispute that.
And pretty much got the exact same story you told me right now.
That's exactly right.
And at one time you told me that, yes, I've been to the courthouse, we've got everything we need, it's going to be another 30 days. Okay? I don't know what to believe now, and I'm very disappointed in this town board.
Well, the problem, we switched town boards in the last 2 years.
I understand, but this is the board I talked to 19 months ago, pretty much.
And I
And
think
you were the attorney 19 months ago.
I was the attorney 21 years ago.
Mhm.
So, the bottom line here is that we do what we can do in this town with very little money. And at one point in time, whenever I approached the town at that time, or when we talked, there wasn't the money to commit to the crews and the cleanup to do it. And I apologize
We
to
come in
you.
broke.
All right?
I said we come in broke.
I guess,
Gain
and
them
I'm
now.
gonna be careful here on what I say, because I don't understand the dynamics of what the owner is, but if the town takes it over and it becomes a free and clear piece of property, and the only encumbrance is the actual cost that it takes to get that cleaned up, I might be your best case buyer. But I would not be interested in that property whatsoever in the condition it's in right now and with the person that owns it right now, because I don't know what encumbrances are on there, and I'm not gonna invest the money to do it.
Well, and quite honestly, all these properties, we don't know what kind of encumbrances that there are, but it is
Wouldn't
not.
you have found that out 19 months ago when you started researching it? If there were any encumbrances against it?
I don't go in to check what kind of lien judgments and liens there are against people's properties. I do send them out letters, but it's not in, if we were to get that property, it would have to be either by a quitclaim deed from Mr. Kirby, or he deeds it over to us freely and voluntarily, or we have to use the
I
process.
thought it was a condemnation issue early on.
Pardon me?
I thought that you were talking about having the city condemn the property. Early on. Condemn the property early on, when you first spoke?
Yeah, condemn the property and then go through the possible process, and there's no insurance.
No. I hear you and I appreciate all the work, and I appreciate that the town is in maybe some financial constraints. However, I've been lied to for 19 months, okay? And lies is strong. I've been misinformed. Let me take that back. I've been misinformed on several occasions by several people. And maybe there's a fiscal responsibility issue here of the town not spending the money wisely. And that maybe we need to look at why something that is a eyesore and a health hazard cannot be taken care of for 19 months.
I
You
guess,
still gotta go with the law.
well, I guess that if we get to the place where we want to commit resources to tear it down or do something else, either we don't have those resources. I guess the question is, do you want to come up with the resources to fund it, and then we'll pay you back whenever it's sold?
I would take a lien against the town, you know.
Okay.
I just need to know what it is. You know, I'm getting nothing. I'm getting no information other than, oh, give us another 30 days, and there's enough 30 days.
I
You
don't
know,
disagree.
I don't know what the financial liability is. I don't know who actually owns the property. I don't know what the risks are, but if you would get a free and clear title to it, yeah, I'd loan the town money to clean the house up. You guys have to lien against the town, you pay me when you can. Be happy to do that.
Still gonna take time to get it
No,
legally.
No, I,
19 months to be
No,
exact. So let's go, it's gonna be 24 months, it's gonna be 36
You
months.
gotta go through the process.
no, Bernie,
Yeah.
quite honestly, Mr. Miller is entirely correct. The fact is that this should have been done, it wasn't. All right?
I appreciate the honesty, I appreciate
I will take responsibility for that, but I work within the constraints of the kind of ordinance and the kind of monies and things like that. It's not been my intention ever to mislead you about this. That property and a lot of other properties.
Will there be any kind of significant update by the next town board meeting, the end of the month, in a month from now?
Yes.
Okay, please put me on the agenda for that meeting.
Okay.
Thank you very much. And I appreciate, don't get me wrong, I appreciate everything you guys are doing. really do.
I understand your frustration.
It's a difficult situation, however,
You waited long enough.
I think with your indulgence, I have to send him his second letter, right? And give him the additional 10 days. If we could schedule this for 30 days from now, as opposed to 14, then I feel better about it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we'll do the Connex.
They want a Connex storage building down by the new water plant to store the water parks in. They don't want two, do they? One?
I'd say one,
Oh,
at least
so
Yeah.
before,
it's number.
Right, it's number
one,
two.
Two, okay, one.
at least before you further, we'd like to get a kayak, put some shelves in it, and get all the water ports and stuff out of the town hall, back down there, and get them organized, where we can walk in there, know what we got.
Right.
When we take that off the shelf, we can reorder it if we need to. If we got 3 or 4 we want, that we need to get it reorganized and, well, right now, it's just got it all in the back rooms back there. And the guys have to go in and get parts, track mud through the office and stuff.
Do you have any idea what it's gonna cost to do something like that?
I don't know what kind
I
of
know
cost.
it's one.
Can you buy them used?
Yeah, they're always used. I mean, you just have to get online and look them up. You wanna get a decent, and don't leak and stuff. I say on the high end, probably 6,000, at the high end, low end, probably 2,000.
If we go for it, let's go low end.
That'll be up to you guys. Because we need to get it out of the
Yeah.
town hall and get it back down to what it belongs. Because
Can you get us a price on one?
I ain't gonna look stuff up like that. I don't know if Wanda's got time to look up stuff or not. She's been on.
I'll get it done.
She's on.
I'll get it done.
She's on go-to person to get the chiefest and order and stuff.
All righty. Mike's not here tonight, is he? Mike Oates? He wants approval to use the park on September 13th from 2 to 6, and also on September 28th, early morning to noon.
Make a motion to allow them to do that. Yeah, let's
I'll
do it.
second it. It's got to do with the VFW, yep.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Donna?
Got
Well, want Troy?
We need a new water testing called the multi-parameter.
Oh, you weren't here?
Yeah,
Okay.
you weren't here.
So, what is it called?
It's a multi-parameter, they call it. That's chlorine, iron, phosphate, manganese, all that. It's $1,983 a quarter million. Blue Book has it for $2,500, and that's the only two that have it. I got a picture on my phone of the quote, but I forgot it.
So this is not the machine that Wendy had brought in, it's been a year and a half or whatever ago.
Well, Dave doesn't know when this one was bought, we can't find a date on it.
Because we got one, we got a new, it's one that dips. I don't know how to explain
It sits
it.
in a little vial of water and
Yeah.
push a button, that's the
Yeah.
part that quit working.
It's not working?
So we just got, I know it's been a little while, but it wasn't that
No,
long
it's not that
ago.
long
So
ago.
he's having to borrow one from somewhere else and bring with him every day, which I don't have access to that on weekends.
You said it would be upwards of $1,900 for it, is that what you're saying?
$1,983. And it takes 3 days to get it.
It's just money. Oh, okay. Yeah,
What's that?
We have contingency money in the
Oh, yeah,
grant.
that's right.
That would
Yeah.
fall under, right?
Yep.
That would go into
Was it
the
you saying no?
new
We'll
building.
ask.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. Ask Lori. Okay. Donna?
My concern is about the alley behind my house. Years ago, we tried to get it closed, but because it has a gas main running through it, it cannot be closed. It is impassable. They used our property decades ago as a dumping ground for old cement sidewalks and stuff. So that's up there by the sidewalk. The sidewalk is buckled and where the kids walk through. And it's impossible for me to get out there and get it weed and mowed. I'm just asking for some kind of help to take care of it. I mow what I can behind, I've got a privacy fence, and from my privacy fence across the flat part, because then there's a little hill that goes up. That lady's gonna lose her fence because it's starting to lean.
Yeah,
So I
well,
end
that's
up
where all
in
that
the alley.
bush is coming from,
Uh-huh.
her property.
Yeah, and another thing, she's enclosed the alley that's supposed to go through. I reported it years ago.
I mean, like a
And
fence
she's
and stuff.
enclosed a utility pole also in her privacy fence, to where when they come and work on anything, they have to bring a bucket truck and lower them down in there and all that. But they came in and they cleaned out all the vines and stuff off the wires and just let them drop. Now, they were good about some of the saplings, they cleaned that up, chipped them or whatever. But now I try to keep it down. My neighbor, Mike Burke, came and sprayed it for me, but it didn't kill all the weeds and stuff. And I don't know what to do because I can't put a mower, I don't even want to walk down that area. And it's all grown up. I'm sure you've seen pictures or you just drive by it and you see it.
Is it behind your house?
Yeah.
Behind.
Behind my house. And Michael always kept care of it, but, you know, with the erosion and everything that has happened through there, and the stones just keep coming up. So I just don't know. I know the property owner's supposed to take care of it, but this property owner can't take care of it. So I don't know what anybody can do, the board help, you know, with town help. I don't know what the situation is. If you want to leave it growing up, then, you know, I don't have to look at it. But it doesn't look good for the town.
Only half of that's hers, anyway. Only half of it's hers, right? Both landowners.
And I mean, you can petition to close the alley.
I tried to, but because of that gas main going through, they refused to close it.
We can close that, the gas, it's,
But they can still have the right of way.
they still have their right of way and still have their easement if you own the property.
Now, we tried to close that years ago when Michael couldn't take care of putting stone in, or, you know, draining it off or whatever, and he's been gone for 7 years. And I've been trying to tackle it, and I'm too old to do it myself.
Down to there and push that stuff out, but we brought it up to them.
So the alternative is either for the town, which we have a duty to maintain it. We do have a duty to do that unless you're interested in vacating, having the town vacate the alley and that become part of your property down at least to the center of it, and the property next to it would be entitled to half of it as well. I guess your question is, do you want the property since you're trying to maintain it, or do you want the town to get down there and get it taken care of?
I just want something done. If they fix it to where I can take care of it, I'll take care of it myself. But it's not fixed to where I can't do anything with
Take
it.
care of it, she really can, and I know they all that way. And we've dumped concrete in there. Take the backhoe down through there and clean it. Take the backhoe down there and clean it, push it out.
Let's get together to take a look and see what
Where's your thing, Mark?
It's here somewhere.
I'll take a look at it. I'll take a look at it.
We might be able to come over and help you get some of the weeds and stuff
Okay,
down.
Ernie's volunteered to come down and take a look at it, come back with a suggestion as to how we can get it cleaned up. Okay?
So it's drop down off the road.
Yep.
So the rip wrap would concrete in there. I wanted somebody to put some in there to keep it from eroding down into the yard. And take it about the.
Ernie's gonna go take a look at it, report back to us as to how.
Okay. Yeah, Ronnie?
While we're on alleys,
Yeah.
I was told in on down. Somebody's calling.
It's the president calling down.
White House.
Down there between the basketball court and the playground, between the
Yep.
gazebo, that alley. I went up to the lady's house. She's been blocking the alley for doom days. We gonna grade that alley out so we could grab her and stuff before lazy days. I knocked on the door. I asked her if she could move it over lazy days, because we had to get in there and dress it up
Move the car.
and move the car. And she said the car didn't run. I said, if you can't get it moved, we'll have it towed by morning, that next morning. And that's all I said to her. Time I got off the porch, got the backhoe, so backing down the alley, they got in the car, because they said the car didn't run. They got in the car and drove around the house.
It was like magic.
And Saturday morning, the girl that lives there, comes running over to 3rd Street where I was at, and told me I need to go get that black car moved, and I told her that was Lazy Day's problem because it was Lazy Day's weekend and stuff. And she started mouthing off. I said, I'll tell you what, I'm totally your kisses. Just leave me alone. And I guess Mike got a few phone calls on it, and they're threatening to sue or whatever. I'm here to help the town. I don't get paid to help the town.
We know that.
If I'm gonna have to go through that stuff, I will quit.
We don't have to go through that stuff.
I will quit because it ain't worth my free time to put up with that kind of stuff,
No.
just because.
Crazy.
And you shouldn't have to put up with that kind of stuff.
So, I just want to get that out there and get it cleared up.
I explained on the phone to the property owner that this is all compounded. It was between the dogs using the park as a bathroom, the no parking signs had been up for months in the alley, ignored, driving the utility vehicle through the park.
Rocks on the basketball court.
So it's come to a head that shouldn't have anything to do with you.
Because you guys know, I don't charge the town, do your digging and stuff.
We know that.
I help all I can to help you, that if I'm gonna get threatened, get sued and all this stuff, it ain't worth it.
No.
It has to.
I'll quit.
No, it's not gonna come to that. It's not gonna come to that. While we're on the subject of lazy days, does anybody know who the dog basket, the pooper scooper?
Oh, they got dented.
Yeah, looks like somebody took a baseball hat to it. I mean,
Oh, yeah, the trash can there.
Yes.
I saw that. Yeah, it looks like somebody either backed something into it or hit it. I did see it do it. I did see it be
Until I
damaged.
was told about it.
Can we bend that back
On
out?
camera.
Can we bend it back out?
I don't know.
Yeah, we can make it better.
Yeah, we'll
It's
make
still
it better.
just receptacle is what it
I
is.
tell you what, you guys bend it back out, I'll paint it and seal it, so it won't rust.
Didn't catch it. The cameras didn't catch it. Is there anything else?
Back up on the yard cleanup update.
Yeah.
The K&S dumpsters came to a total of $1,312.43. We had donations and scrap at $162.50, so the total cost for the townwide cleanup was $1,149.93, so. And the dumpsters weren't filled up completely, was it, Ron?
You could probably got by with one dumpster that day. That they sat there for a week, people just started driving out and started throwing stuff in them.
Yeah, there was like cement showed up out beside them, and K&S too long to pick them up.
And that's we put the dumpsters out for them people that needed to clean their yard up. They cleaned their yard up, and the people, and they did. I mean, they just did. So I think it's a waste of town money trying to help do that,
Yeah.
because if they ain't gonna, you give them free place to dump for a weekend, they should have to get their yard cleaned up by then.
Yep.
I agree.
Okay. Anybody else?
Okay.
Take a motion to adjourn?
Second it.
All in favor? Aye. Aye. Go ahead.